now tune in. Easy.
Well, fire mason can't wait. Feed them fly up the gate. Give me a slice of the cake. Black Rasta can't wait. Feed them fly up the gate. Positiveness me meditate. Yeah, you know it's I Mason, Fire Mason representing. Yeah, and you're listening to Black Rasta, keeping it real. Stay focused. Told you.
They are coming to trick your mind. Get your vote in kind. When they win, they say bye-bye. And when you're down, they pass you by. They are coming again. Why, election time. They will come and I see them coming. Trying to get my thumbprint. This is Sheriff God and I stay what? More fire.
Yeah, well, let time yeah, boy.
Hey, badaya, bawala die, badaya, bawala die, hey, badaya, bawala die, badaya,
What are the Daniel, what are the hang God Daniel, what are the well, my name Black Rasta, and this is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Shonamo, where we speak truth to power. Now, here we don't criticize. If we must criticize, we'll just criticize for one reason, and that is to build and not to destroy. We are in the service of God and country, and here we don't talk politics. What we talk is called patriotism. We are seeking to rewire the mindset of the African. This is from the newsreel, where we keep it real. And I need you, my brother, my sister, to share this broadcast on Facebook right now. No 2 weeks about them thing, them man. My name Black Rasta, and this is what we are. We are 3FM. And I want to say thank you so much for coming along. And this is how we begin the whole 10. Now, my brother, my sister, the very first story I'm taking is coming all the way from My Joy Online. And this is quite sensitive. I need you to come along. It says Zimbabwe looks into gold corruption claims seen on TV. Zimbabwe looks into gold corruption claims seen on TV. And this one was published today, the 5th day of April, 2023. And it was published at 7:49 this morning. I read. So this is very recent. It says the Zimbabwean government says it has ordered an investigation into reports of gold smuggling and money laundering. Information Minister Monica Mutsvangiwa says the authorities take allegations raised in a TV documentary series by the broadcaster Al Jazeera very seriously. She said that anyone involved in corruption and fraud would face the full wrath of the law. The TV program also uncovered the TV program used on undercover reporters to reveal what they say are criminal networks linked to a subsidiary of Zimbabwe's Central Bank smuggling gold to Dubai. Gold has become the country's biggest export. My brother, my sister, I need you to open your ears and listen to this with rapt attention. Now listen to me, my brother, my sister. Al Jazeera came out with a certain documentary. That's the documentary he's talking about here. And in this documentary, Zimbabwe, South Africa, and Ghana were fingered in a certain mafia gold business and money laundering cartel. My brother, my sister, Zimbabwe says it is initiating an investigation into it. South Africa is quiet. Ghana is quiet. Now, the thing about this is that there's one Alistair, a hardened criminal who is helping, in quotes. Criminals launder their money. Criminals sell gold stolen from nations like Ghana, Zimbabwe, and South Africa. Now, this Alistair, who is in the middle of this whole mafia, gold trafficking cartel, was a man, the king of Ashanti, Otumfuo, himself awarded at a ceremony. Now, Otumfuo is the king of gold. Otikokoso. When we talk about gold in Ghana, we are talking about Otumfuo. When we are talking about gold in Ghana, we are looking at the Ashanti region. Now, if such a hardened criminal, a man who confessed on camera how notorious he is when it comes to gold smuggling and money laundering, as captured by the lenses of Al Jazeera, this same person was awarded by our king of gold, Osei Tutu the first, Nana Asante Hene, that we are in trouble. My brother, my sister, this reminds me of the story of Ghana Health giving an award to a Galamsey who was destroyed the environment and caused a lot of harm to the health of so many different people. A few days ago, the Ghana Health authorities decided to revoke that award. Otumfuo gave an award to Alistair. And Alistair is a hardened criminal as captured on the lenses of Al Jazeera, who confessed to smuggling gold and doing money laundering. This was the same thing, my brother, my sister, Anas Armiyao Anas did. And we all came out to condemn the actions of this investigative journalist. Al Jazeera went underground. It went all the way to Dubai to interview a hardened criminal, one Alistair, involved in gold smuggling and money laundering. It's a dangerous mafia, a cartel that is supported by Otumfuo himself. If Otumfuo himself came out and gave an award to Alistair, what was the reason? And today Ghana is fingered as one of the nations involved in this mafia of gold trafficking and money laundering. Should we not first investigate the man who gave the award to this hardened criminal? Or is Otumfuo too big to be investigated? Today, as we sit back, we want to have a better nation. We want to have a nation of great minds and great people, not people who are bigger than the truth. Ghana is quiet. Zimbabwe quickly came out and said, listen, we are investigating the issue. If there's a hardened criminal on the run, and we have somebody who has ever given an award to this hardened criminal, my brother, my sister, would it not be very, very paramount that we go all the way to the paramountcy and move all the way to the kingship and find out from the kingship the kind of relationship the kingship has with this hardened, dangerous cartel, money laundering mafia cartel? I am sad as a Ghanaian. My brother, my sister, it looks like some people in this country do not like the truth. Today I sit back and I look at some of these things and I cringe. Are we aware that the Otumfuo ever gave an award of merit and recognition to this Alistair? Can we investigate this? What is the merit of this allegation? Can we find Alistair? We all remember Otumfuo some time ago took some gold out of the country. Not ordinary gold. Gold that had been kept by our ancestors all these years, entrusted to the golden stool. traveled all the way to Scandinavia, and he returned without the gold. And when we wanted to find out the gold of our ancestors, we were told that we are not Ashantis, we should shut up. It's an Ashanti affair. My brother, my sister, no kingdom exists in Ghana anymore. This is a republic. And the earlier we got to know this, the better. So that we all can unite as one people, rather than the tribalistic nonsense that is going on amongst us. If Kusasis and Mapusis are fighting, oh, leave them. They are those over there doing the nonsense. Forget about them. We so soon forget that when a neighbor's house is on fire, we must get ready with water, because calamity is not the preserve of one man. Think about it, my brother, my sister. Our investigation apparatus in this country is very slow and weak. And we need, my brother, my sister, to be very careful, or else this country is going to descend in some kind of chaos, and we will never recover from this. Trust me. Well, my name is Black Rasta, and I'm looking at the next thing very quickly, and I need you to come along. The next thing I want to look at is very frightening, but I'll still look at it. It's very frightening, extremely frightening. And this one I'm reading from Ghana Web. And it says, this was published today, the 5th of April. It says, gangsterism, terrorism, and rape reported lifestyle of 22-year-old Galamsey gang leader. I read this story. Kwame Atu Asari Eni is the name currently dominating the media space in Ghana, following events around a viral video in which he and a group of men were captured in a heated confrontation with some police officers. The police have since labeled him as the leader of a criminal group and has put him on a wanted list, even though Eni, speaking to some media houses from his hideout, has denied the allegation. The Western Regional Correspondent for Despite Media said Mante visited Gwira Kwekukrom, where the 22-year-old resides, and has provided a report about Eni as told by residents of the town. According to this report, Kwame Asari is a known leader of a gang whose main occupation is terrorizing residents and members of the community, especially small-scale miners. As corroborated by Eni in his engagement with the media, his gang goes about collecting monies from owners of Galamsey sites on behalf of the police. While the residents confirmed Eni's association with the police in the area, the report by Setmante further painted a picture of the ruthless terrorism perpetrated by Eni and his gang. When we got to the town, the residents inquired from us whether we are police officers or not. They were not going to speak to us if we were police. Because even when they report Atu and his gang to the police for any crime, the details are later given out to him by the police, and he comes to attack and threaten them with guns and machetes, the reporter said. Eni, in his attempt to claim innocence on the police investigations and allegations of leading a robbery gang, claimed that he has no need to engage in crime as he is gainfully employed. But the residents of Kwekukrom disagreed. I asked if he's from the town and what work he does. I was told that he is indeed from the town and his father is the Asafwache of the town. He is not gainfully employed but has rather formed a gang in the town. The residents confirmed his claim that he was indeed working with the police in the area. His gang goes from one Galamsey side to the other. If they come to you and you don't hand over your money or gold, you will be in a big trouble. His work is that he visits the Galamsey sites to make demands, including asking for your mined gold. And when you refuse, he can shoot you or butcher you. So whenever he returns, he comes back with a stash of cash and gold. The reporter stated, my brother, my sister, this is a gory situation, and I'm so embarrassed of the police getting in contact with this guy, and nothing seems to be happening. My brother, my sister, it is sad what we are hearing. Listen, a 22-year-old, he is putting up an 86-room hotel. 86-room hotel. 22 years. He has built a road connecting his house that he built in his hometown to the main street. 22-year-old. In his own confession, he said he went to take 100,000 Ghana cedis from Galamseyers and refused to give that to the police because the police has been cheating him. This is a 22-year-old boy, illiterate. He is not gainfully employed, yet he has enough money to build an 86-room hotel. He has money to build a whole road, connecting it only to his new house. He has enough money, my brother, my sister, to purchase cars, guns, and a lot more. He has the power to go into Axim and close all schools in the area, all because a mobile phone of his had been stolen. He went to a funeral. From the funeral, he realized that his phone had been stolen. He decided to close down all schools in Axim. All because somebody stole his phone. And therefore, no child should go to school. He took the Ghana Education Service to send senior members from the headquarters all the way down to plead like that policeman did in the video and beg this rapist gangster to reopen the schools in Axim. Is this not frightening? How long would our police continue to be limbless? How long would our police continue to be perpetrators of this evil? How long would our police continue to be accomplices of crime? My brother, my sister, the police says it is investigating this. Sometimes I sit back and I'm so ashamed of the Ghana police that you can employ a hardened criminal that you claim is an informant. But no, he's rather supposed to go out and fish out those doing galamsey so you can go and take monies from these people as bribe instead of stopping the galamsey menace. The other day when Professor Frimpong told the whole nation that a lot of the people doing galamsey, in fact, are from the Jubilee House, and some of them in serious authority. We were looking for his body for Chichinga. But today, my brother, my sister, all these things are opening up and slapping our cringing brows. All these things, my brother, my sister, will come back to bite us over and over if we are not careful. What kind of a legacy are we leaving behind for the generations yet to come? I leave this here and I look at the next thing. I am truly ashamed. Next thing I want to look at, my brother, my sister, and I need you to come along with me, is this one I'm reading from Peace FM Online. And what is it saying? It says, my brother, my sister, what will be our gain if Akufo-Addo attacks Kamala Harris over LGBTQ+? And this is a man called Aye Pay. I don't know him. Maybe you know him. But we'll find out who he is right now. President Akufo-Addo has received a backlash following comments he made on the controversial LGBTQ when the Vice President of the United States of America visited. And we all remember that. And we all heard that there was some money that the Vice President was giving on behalf of the people of America to the people of Ghana. And we all saw how the president, like a house nigger, stood behind the Vice President with his arms behind him like a good boy, waiting for the check to be signed. My brother, my sister. Now this man here called Aye is saying something, and I want to read it. Samuel Ayepe, speaking to this on Peace FM's morning show, Kokroko said, the president has already condemned it and said he won't endorse LGBTQ+. We are in difficulty and we need money to sort out things. And U.S. Vice President has paid him a visit and an issue of gay rights has been raised. You need to be wise and know how to address this issue and at the same time ensure that the woman, Kamala Harris, won't take any decision that won't help the nation. What a joker. This guy here is a joker. This guy here called Ayepe, I don't know him and I don't wish to know him, is a joker. This is worse than a house nigger. What he's saying is that put all your laws aside. Forget all your values. All because you are in need so that they can give you money and go away. Look how arrogantly the Vice President Kamala Harris spoke to us. She said she did not care what our laws said, but the laws in America support gay rights and human rights as well. And she would stand by what the laws of America say. She doesn't care what the laws of this country say about gay rights. And you say that the president had no common sense of patriotism to tell her and bring her to order that much as you love your laws and stand by your laws in America, we as well stand by our laws. But the president cheaply, like a common house nigger with no shame, stood there and made this woman walk out all because of an anticipated check. What a joke, president. And a joker, Samuel Pay. Can you believe this, guys? Is he a communicator or a miscommunicator? Such jokers who claim they have independence. Here their independence is total dependence. I don't like these guys. What a joker president. He had to sell out the laws of this country in principle, all because of a check that was anticipated. Oh, Jesus, have mercy. To God be the glory. I am really ashamed of these people. And I leave it here as the news is about to take center stage. And my brother, how are you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Oh my God, have mercy. What do we have in the news today?
Well, coming up in the bulletin, the civil society groups have come together and today calling for the resignation of